Good afternoon, friends of the media. As you've just witnessed, His Excellency the President just returned home from Tanzania, which was the last leg of a three-nation tour. The tour began with a brief stopover in Angola, where President Mahama engaged his Angolan counterparts, held some bilateral discussions, which revolved around ways that could be explored to deepen the already very healthy ties between Ghana and Angola and explore areas of mutual cooperation for the economic benefits of both nations. It was a brief visit, just a couple of hours. After that, His Excellency headed for Kenya, where he was invited by the President of Kenya, who is the champion of the reforms, institutional reforms of the African Union. So an event, which is the extended bureau meeting of the African Union institutional reform, was convened, at which His Excellency President Mahama underscored the need for deep-seated reforms in the way that the African Union operates and carries out its mandate, so that the benefits of Pan-Africanism and regional integration can be better felt by the hundreds of millions of people living on the African continent. It was a very fruitful event, and every indication is that following on from that meeting, more progress will be made in terms of the far-reaching reforms that need to be carried out, I beg your pardon, in the African Union for the benefit of all. After that important meeting, the President then went to Tanzania, where he had been invited to participate in an energy summit organized by the World Bank, the African Development Bank, the Rockefeller Foundation, and other organizations. The objective of the summit was to discuss ways of extending access to energy to underserved areas within Africa. And so the heads of states met following an earlier meeting by ministers of energy of various African countries. Each head of state took turns, I beg your pardon, to elaborate briefly on what the commitments to this objective were and what they had done in order to ensure its realization. President Mahama recounted Ghana's experiences and shared the strategies that he in particular adopted to get us out of the perennial energy problems that we've had, and took the opportunity to advise against some missteps or mistakes that have been made in the past. He then reiterated Ghana's commitment to ensuring that many more of our citizens get access to electricity. At the moment, Ghana has electricity access of about 83%, which is one of the highest on the African continent. There were countries at the summit who disclosed that they had between anything from 12 to 19% access to electricity. So it shows that Ghana is streets ahead of many of its contemporaries. But more needs to be done to ensure that many more of our citizens have access to electricity, and that the benefits of having this access to power are accrued for rapid socio-economic development. So this, in a nutshell, is what transpired during the President's visits to these countries. So if there's any question, I will take two questions. Well, as you may be aware, I have to rush on to Parliament to participate in deliberations here. Yes. Yeah. Any questions? Okay. All right. Thank you very much.